Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope I'm meeting all of you in the best of health. Alright, today I'm going to do a very simple skincare routine, but what I'll be talking about will not necessarily be surrounding my skincare routine, but somehow it's going to be related to my skincare routine. Meanwhile, if you're new to this channel and you've not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. So this is it. My topic is about rosacea skin. Like, there are so many triggers of rosacea. Sometimes rosacea could even supersede a beauty problem and get into a health problem. Yes, there are some rosaceas that are horrible to be honest with you. Like, it gets so intense that maybe when you're having a horrible rosacea close to the eye, it could actually inflame the eye, that you have to be forced to go to see a doctor or a dermatologist. Like, honestly, rosacea could be that critical. It could be that intense. Yeah. Even though it's a situation that also could be taken care of with rosacea prone skin. I could call it a sensitive skin. Yes. This is actually a toner, but I am not using it with a cotton board. I'm just using it like this. Like, because one thing with the rosacea skin, like my type of skin, I am very prone to acne rosacea. If there's anything that we safeguard, is our skin barrier, because we easily lose hydration of the skin. I don't know why, and that's why you see me, I don't play with my humectant too. Like, my humectant in my beauty products is key. It's very important, to be honest with you. Like, I don't joke with my humectant, because there's something about the skin that is prone to rosacea. The moment it gets dried, so it could be a trigger. Yeah. And aside from that, speaking about my own kind of skin, I'm very prone to rosacea. I hardly even break out like normal breakouts, but rosacea is my best friend. But I try not to allow it to be that best friend that would get into the way of my of my skin appearance and all that. Yes. How? By using products that contain azelaic acid, using products that contain niacinamide, moisturizing properly. Yeah, the reason I spoke about moisturizing properly is the fact that I have a combination skin, in the sense that inside my face is oily but outside is dry. So when I go for products that are very drying to the skin, example salicylic acid. Yes, salicylic acid. Like, I used salicylic acid yesterday, and like I rub it down to my neck and my chest, and like the whole day I've been kind of itching, kind of, what does it tell me? That salicylic acid has a very high drying ability, and that's why some people tend to run away from it. But it's an awesome ingredient for skincare. It's good for exfoliating. It's an excellent DHA. It's a well-known research ingredient for the treatment of acne. But basically, like I told you, I hardly break out ordinarily, but I still use salicylic acid. Why? Because I need it to exfoliate. I need the beautiful benefit. Like, some dermatologists might even tell you that salicylic acid is a problem to almost every skincare problem, but that's by the way. Salicylic acid, for someone acne rosacea, be careful with it, because it has a high drying ability. So when you use salicylic acid maybe a previous night before, you need to moisturize critically. Yes. And I use it, personally I use salicylic acid just once. Okay, after using my toner, like I told you, I'm very rosacea prone, and I still go in again with my hydrating toner. To be honest with you, you can use my hydrating serum. To be honest with you, if you can even lay 2 or 3 hydrating products on your skin, it's to your benefit too. But there's something about hyaluronic acid. I'm not the hyaluronic acid type. Like, the buzz and the hype of the hyaluronic acid, even though now I noticed it has calmed down. Hyaluronic acid is good, no doubt. I'm not saying it's not good, but it depends on the weather condition. Yeah, hyaluronic acid relies on is a good humectant. Like, you can take it or leave it. Like, something that can hold water 100 times the size, you should know that that's an excellent humectant. But then it's an excellent humectant in the sense where there's a lot of hydration. If you use hyaluronic acid too much on a dry skin, it's going to give the reversal. It's going to begin to squeeze the skin. Yeah, you're shocked. Don't be. Like, at this point where in fact it has been raining for the past 3 days in my location, if I should use hyaluronic acid this period of this rain and all that, it's going to be an excellent humectant. I'm going to benefit from it. But the moment we start approaching dry season, I can't go near hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is not something I really capitalize on You understand, in my formula. You know, one thing with this our beauty industry is the fact that some products are overhyped while some products are underhyped. So basically, a rosacea prone skin should focus on hydration, because anything that is going to temper with your hydration might lead to breakout. Then you have to also try as much as you can. Like I told you, I stated this before in my video. When I'm doing my skincare routine, I use something like this, even though I use it just for it to quickly absorb and all that. Now when you have rosacea prone skin, try your best not to get yourself or find yourself in a situation where you have to endure a lot of heat. Yes, I remember when I broke out. I have a live stream I spoke about acne rosacea. Like suddenly I had this huge breakout of acne rosacea because I indulged myself in a certain sporting activity, and that period the weather was kind of hot and sunny, you know. So I know that I just noticed the flare up, and I understood. Then also a huge intake of caffeine is also another trigger for acne rosacea. And if you're the type that have acne rosacea, you have to focus more on using a mineral SPF. Yes, a mineral SPF rather than a chemical SPF. To start with, most chemical sunscreens, or if not all, most chemical sunscreens do not even block the UVA. They only block the UVB. That's the most they can do for your skin. So when you know your acne rosacea, I'm speaking about acne rosacea specifically. Some of you might ask, which is acne, what is acne rosacea, which I should have even explained from the beginning, but no qualms, it's coming in right now. Acne rosacea is that big acne that kind of is so painful. Very, very painful. It's almost like boil-like ish. Like I told you, when it gets too much, it could even be like suddenly a medical condition that you need to seek medical help. And the thing about a acne prone rosacea skin is the fact that you cannot run away from using azelaic acid. You can be comfortable using azelaic acid from as low as 5% to even as high as 20%. But in my own formula of my azelaic acid face cream, I use it for 10% and it works. Yeah, acne rosacea could also be triggered by hormones. Yeah, you know, we the female, even the male, let me shock you, because I've seen males that are complaining about acne rosacea. Some of them attribute it, which it could also be part of it. Some of them attribute it to fatty foods, which some people might tell you that fatty food does not really break people out. Well, some also attribute it to dairy products. Some might also still tell you that no, dairy products can pass, but then acne rosacea could just come from anything and everything. Just because you have an acne rosacea prone skin, it can just come, but it's good you get to understand why some of these flare-ups just come in. And it can also be hormonal. Like I remember the very first time I experienced a very major acne rosacea due to hormones was after the birth of my second child. Like it was my hormones went haywire all through my lactating period. I was battling acne rosacea to the point that even my husband was like, okay, let's go and see a doctor. Like it was that bad. So that could also be a problem with acne rosacea skins. And the good thing about azelaic acid for acne rosacea skins is the fact that you could use it even in pregnancy. Yes, you could also use it even while lactating. You understand? So it's so safe like that. Yes, and not only is it safe, it is also readily available. But then when you have a dry skin, you have to be careful with using azelaic acid, in the sense that it has a drying ability. And most azelaic acid products that come with a percentage of at least 10 and above have high tendency of suspension, like kind of a grainy kind of ish. Yeah, and when you rub it, it gives a mattifying feel. So when you have a dry skin, or when you have a skin like mine that is combined, you still need to go in with a moisturizer, because you have the ability to make yourself uncomfortable. Actually, for me, I just feel it's all about being uncomfortable when the skin is too dry. Like I told you today, my skincare is like the most minimalistic, very, very simplistic, very this. Yeah, so I just hydrated, and then I am moisturizing. Like I told you, my yesterday skincare routine involved salicylic acid, so I noticed my skin is kind of drying, so I am being careful not to trigger it. And today I used vitamin C and ferulic acid. Yeah, because I don't use L-ascorbic or ascorbic acid. I've said that several times on my channel. I don't use ascorbic or L-ascorbic acid for my vitamin C serum. Rather, I use derivative. Yes, and my derivative of choice most of the time is either sodium ascorbate phosphate or magnesium ascorbate phosphate, but I use sodium ascorbate phosphate more than I do use magnesium ascorbate phosphate. In some formulas I could actually even combine the two. Yes. So meanwhile, I now have my ferulic acid separately at 0.5%. Probably I'll still come up with a morning routine where I have my vitamin C, my ferulic acid, and then eventually my SPF. Yeah, because I already have one with just the vitamin C and the moisturizer, then eventually my SPF. So I'll come up with something like that. So I used ferulic acid today, and that is why I decided to just stay away from any active this night. But it's not like I can't use other actives, but I'm just, when you have a very, like, will I say, sensitive skin, or in general, no matter how you think your skin is hard or can take a lot of things, for me personally, less is more. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Like, just when you feel like your skin is a little bit uncomfortable, let it be. Just let it be. And then that's one very thing I always tell people again: don't always try to copy other skincare routine. Yes, like when you have an rosacea prone skin, try not to copy other people's skincare routine. Try to understand your skin first. Do you get, before you indulge in your skincare, your personal skincare routine, in the sense that your kind of skincare routine that fits your kind of skin type. I don't want this video to be too long, but at this point I'm even done with my skincare for today. Yeah, I just used a moisturizer that contains a tyrosine inhibitor, the kojic in it, and then I am so good to go. I am done. There are days that I do little or nothing to my skin. There are days that I just use Vaseline on the skin. Like I told you, acne rosacea prone skin, if there's anything we try to protect or shield properly, is our hydration. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, share my videos if you can, and I love you so much. Bye.